All right, thank you everyone for joining us today. Today we are going to be talking about health and fitness apps along with finding good health information on the internet as well. So fitness apps, health apps, and the privacy that is involved with them. So many health and fitness apps require you to give a lot of information about yourself, not as specific as, say, your social security number or your address, but health information that you might find private, but they still need to allow you to use their app. I'll show you where you can find health and fitness apps, and I'll show you some health and fitness services the library can provide for you. And we'll talk about nutrition apps, fitness apps, apps for medical information, first aid, and then I'll also talk about ways to find good health information online. And I will also do a demonstration with my phone, which is an iPhone 6 Plus, I believe. So you can kind of see what it looks like on a mobile device as well. Okay, so first off, you may have previously checked out a wearable from the library. We're not offering that right now due to the current stay-at-home order. We're not offering checkout services right now, but we did at one point check out wearables, which would be the most simplest version would be a Fitbit, if you might be familiar with that, which allowed you to track your fitness and health features or symptoms like sleep patterns and heart rate, that kind of thing. And so with those, you definitely are going to be entering more personal information about yourself, but that's something that's kept on the app on your device itself. You always want to read any kind of privacy policy when you download this type of app to your phone, just so you know what information the app or device is collecting and how they're sharing it, how they're tracking you as well. So apps, if you use any kind of mobile device or iPad, you're familiar with apps. Most everything on those items requires an app. You can get apps in the Android store, the Google Play Store, or in the Apple Store or the App Store. They kind of changed the name. And you can also get information about the apps, probably more detailed information about their privacy policies on their website. If an app does not have an actual website, I would definitely steer clear of actually using that app. That's just kind of a quick tidbit. It kind of just, anyone can create an app and have it put into an app store. So definitely check out to see if there's a website that kind of corresponds. A lot of fitness apps and health apps offer a free version, which kind of will give you the basics of what you need. But most of them then offer a purchased version, which will give you a lot more tracking services, being able to save things. And with paying for them, you want to know what you're paying for, who designed the app, if you're paying monthly, annually, and any additional purchases you would make within the app. And also you want to look at the privacy policy, which should be in the App Store when you download the app. But you also want to check to see what are they going to be tracking. A lot of apps that are tracking, say, fitness, like you're walking and they're tracking how many steps, they're going to want to know where you're located so they can, track that for you on a map maybe. That means that you're going to have location services turned on your phone, and they're really just seeing where you are. So some people aren't comfortable with that. Others are fine. It just depends on what you're interested in tracking. Okay, so at the library, I talked about wearables. Again, we're not offering that right now. We do offer free digital magazines, which you can read on your computer, your desktop, your tablet, or your mobile phone as well. It's called RB Digital Magazines. I can show you where those are after this presentation. But we cover all sorts of different health topics, whether it's just general health, a specific sport, depending on your age range, if there's specific health information you're looking for, we have all of that. So we have tons of magazines that may be of interest to you. You can download them for free, unlimited number of magazines you can read at one time. And we also have something called Learn It Live, which I will show you as well. And that's mostly wellness apps like meditation and yoga. But those are, I would still consider those definitely health apps as well. So nutrition apps. Nutrition apps don't generally also track, weight, calories, that kind of thing. They're mainly going to teach you how to cook healthy meals. And they may give you a ton of different recipes to choose from, which can be overwhelming, but it can also be helpful. If your doctors said, you need to do low calorie food, or you're a diabetic, or you need to become gluten, take gluten out of your diet. A lot of these food apps can help you cook healthy food. So they're going to give you recipes, you're going to get reviews, you're going to get a list of ingredients. Some of them even provide a shopping list as well. So Yumly is an example of that. They do have a website, and they are available as a mobile on your mobile device as well. I personally have not used Yumly, but I have explored it, and it is very nice, especially if you do enjoy cooking. There are a lot of really great recipes on there. Mealime is very similar. I have used Mealime mainly because the meals are more geared towards my family. I have some picky eaters, so I tend to find stuff that kind of covers what everyone wants to eat. I really like their grocery list feature. You basically find the meal you want, you add it to your grocery list, and it lists everything you need. And then you can actually go through and edit the grocery list. So if you have red onion at home, you have ground beef, you have this specific spice, you can take that off so it doesn't get confusing. And you can really track your preferences of what you want, like you want low carb, or you want no mushrooms, or it'll pull up recipes that kind of meet that. And I'm just recommending some of these. There are a ton out there. And I'm not promoting one in particular. These are just some examples. LifeSum is a pretty good one. What I'm going to show you with LifeSum is how to register, so you can kind of see the information they're asking when you sign up for an app. But it's kind of a little bit of everything. So it does let you set some weight loss goals. You have your healthy meals. You can see and track how many carbs are in a diet, how much fat, protein, etc. So if that's something you need to start tracking, it might be helpful for you. LifeSum might be the way to go. But again, there are many out there that you might like as well. A really popular one right now is called Noom, Noom. I didn't list it here, but I know a lot of people have been successful. That is both a diet and weight loss and fitness tracker. But yeah, a lot of people have been successful with losing weight. I didn't put it in here just because it's really expensive. It's like the cheapest way is to pay annually, and that's $200. So if you want to truly commit to some weight loss goals, that may be worth for you to spend that money. But these are some free options for you. This is a super popular one, MyFitnessPal. This is pretty much just tracking, the number of calories you should be taking in if you want to lose weight, tracking how much food you eat, so you can see if you're eating more food than you should or less food, and then also factoring in any kind of exercise you do, which will tell you then you can have more calories in a day or less calories. It's got a really extensive menu of items to enter. It even has like a scanner. So if you're at the grocery store and you pick up a specific brand of turkey, you can scan it and it'll tell you, if you should be having 3.5 cups in your sandwich and chop it off, that kind of thing. So it is actually really helpful. I used to use it. I don't use it now, but it is kind of cool. All right, fitness apps. So along with MyFitnessPal, I can't remember the name of it, but I will come up to it. There's one that tracks any kind of exercise you do, whether it's going to the gym. Well, you can't really do that now, but fitness type equipment, walking, running, swimming, that kind of thing. But it will track to see how many steps you've taken, how many miles you've taken or walked or ran. Okay, so Fitbit. If you have a Fitbit or similar wearable type device, I know Garmin makes one. I think Samsung makes some. Fitbits are available for kids. There are a ton of different brands right now. You could have an Apple Watch, which is what I use. They all do the same thing. They're all tracking steps. They're all tracking calories burned. It kind of helps you to set goals for yourself. Like, I want to get 10,000 steps in a day. And that it helps you to kind of see where you need to be for the day, what you need to do. It kind of has a social aspect also. You can meet up, you can link up with friends through Fitbit. If they also have a Fitbit account, you can kind of create little challenges with each other to see who gets the most steps in a day or a month or a year, something like that. All right, Map My Run. That was the companion one I was talking about for MyFitnessPal. So this is the one where you can track your exercising and workouts, and it'll link up with your MyFitnessPal to incorporate that into your calorie intake for the day to see if you can get more food or less food. Or you can have that glass of wine or not have that glass of wine. Okay, Johnson & Johnson, their 7-minute workouts are super easy. This app is completely free. There's no in-app purchases. If you don't like to exercise, but you have a couple extra minutes, it gives you chair workouts, whether it's, like straightening up, using your arms, using a wall to do some push-ups, anything like that. Stretches, yoga. It has a pretty great workout library to choose from. Active, I have used in the past. I do have it on my device. These are more extensive workouts. They're probably 15, 20, 30 minutes long. You can kind of pick and choose the workouts you want, whether it's beginning or advanced, how long. Some of them require equipment, like you may need to have free weights at home. And some of them are just, walking goals or running goals and yoga, stretching, that kind of thing. Okay, medical information apps. So the American Red Cross has a really great first aid app, which I definitely recommend. I've actually used it a few times. I am not medically inclined at all. So I've learned a few things when it came to, especially burns. I tend to burn myself a lot when I cook. So, but yeah, this is a great one to have. Definitely recommend also if you if you are a caregiver, know a caregiver, have a child or grandchild that maybe babysits, that they have this as well, just on their phone, because it kind of may help them if they're in any kind of emergency. If it's true emergency, obviously you want to call 911. Medline Plus, I'll talk about a lot today. This is probably the best place to go, at least to start, when you're looking for accurate health information, quality health information. But again, I'll talk about that more. I'll show you how to create a shortcut on a website. Like, I'll show you how to create a shortcut for Medline Plus that shows up as an app on your phone. So you can just click it and it brings you to the website. Drugs.com, if you are someone that has to take pills for a particular medical ailment, this is kind of a nice one to have. A lot of healthcare providers, they will change, if you are taking generic, they'll change the generic type company that produces the drug can change a lot. So this will help you to find out who's making it, what it looks like. If you drop your pill box on the ground, this will kind of help you to figure out which pill is which. You can enter color, shape, all of that. So again, if you're a caregiver or take a lot of pills yourself, then this might be something you want to download. And this one's totally free. Meditation apps. Headspace is a really good one. And actually, if you didn't know, and I'll show you where to get the link on our website, but San Mateo County has partnered up with Headspace, and any resident person that works in or goes to school in San Mateo County can access the full Headspace service for free through August of this year. And I'll show you the link of where you can get that on our website. But I would highly recommend downloading it. They're pretty much just meditation, relaxation, breathing, helping you to sleep with sounds. That's pretty much what they're providing. But for a lot of people right now, people are looking for ways to relax and calm themselves. And Headspace also has some good not exercises, but meditation, that kind of thing for kids as well. And there's a few other self-care type apps that are available. Most of them have some sort of free version, but sometimes you also have to pay. All right, let me move through these. Okay, so privacy and misleading information. Again, be careful of the information they're asking for when you sign up for an app. Read the fine print, find out who made the app, make sure they have an actual website, and what are they going to do with the data. Beware of misleading information when you're looking up health information online. And again, I'm going to be talking about that more in a little bit. Always fact check, look at more than one source, and choose healthy sources like government sites or organizations as opposed to like WebMD or something. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to start first with looking at health information that is on our website. So let me stop sharing for a second. All right, and if you're not familiar with our website, please go there. It is ssf.net/library. And we have lots of fun, free stuff. Everything at the library is free right now. Actually, forever and ever, it's all free. But let's go ahead. So if you're looking for any kind of resources, the first place to go would be online library, which is this far right icon here. And everything kind of has its own category. If you're looking for magazines, we'd go here and I'll show you that. Let me show you quickly health and wellness. So I talked about Learn It Live. We have a link to Medline Plus, and this is the Headspace for San Mateo County residents, people that work in San Mateo County, and students. So this is where you would get that link. And it gives you a little bit more information, but if you don't have Headspace already, sign up. And actually, if you already have Headspace, then I think they will pay the cost for you through August. I'm not sure. Look into that. But if you're brand new to Headspace, just sign up. It's super easy. I'm going to put the link real quick in the chat. Okay. But it's also on our website if you can't access it through here. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about digital magazines. And I already logged in. So to access the digital magazines, the service is RB Digital Magazines. All of the magazines are available to everyone in San Mateo County. Depending on which library you subscribe to, you should go through their website. So if you live in South San Francisco, go to our website. If you live in Daly City, go to the Daly City Library website or San Bruno Library website. To access the right link to get to the magazines. But we all have the same magazines to look through. All right, so we have a ton of different magazines, over 3,000, I believe. But the best thing to do would be to filter by genre. And let's go, there's a couple different things you might want to look at. Food and cooking. We'll have some healthy cooking. So we got like clean eating. Food Network magazine always has some good stuff. Weight Watchers magazine, if you only eat certain items like vegan food, there's a vegan magazine. Everything that's here is a magazine, but it may not be monthly. It could be quarterly. So just keep that in mind. Gluten-free cooking. And then if you're also looking for health and fitness, I'm going to click that real quick. All right. Then we get into specifically fitness, and any of these fitness magazines, if you've read them before, they touch on everything: healthy eating, exercises, products, etc. Prevention's a really popular one. Yoga, if you're into a particular sport, we have that as well. And let me see. Sorry if I'm scrolling too quickly. we have like running magazines. Let me filter through here. Okay, cycling. So we have bicycling magazines and outdoor magazines, I think would be like hiking, I think. Yeah, backpacking, which obviously that's a way to get exercise as well. Climbing, I mean, those are all ways to stay active. There's a question, is there Chinese magazines in any San Mateo County library? The answer is yes. And let me tell you how to find that. If you click filter and you, right here, it says language. And if you click that, there are magazines on the webs within RB Digital that has all of these languages. So you would just filter. And these are all of the Chinese magazines that are available. And again, some of them may be monthly, quarterly, annual, but that is how you get there. And if you are with South San Francisco, go to our website to access these. If you're with Daly City, go to that library website, etc. But yes, you would go to filter and then filter by language. And we also, we also have magazines in Spanish as well. All right, something else that RB Digital offers, but only South San Francisco library patrons have access, is to Learn It Live. And how it works with these on-demand type classes is you check out a 7-day pass and you can access anything on the website for 7 days. When that 7-day pass expires, you have to go back in and get more or renew that 7-day pass. But I'm just going to click checkout. I'm going to access. Just bear with me one moment. Hopefully there's not, okay, there we go. Okay. There's quite a selection. Most of them are general self-care, wellness type classes that may be of interest to you, spirituality classes, anything like that. Maybe specific health ailments you might have, relationship apps, cooking, and there's also a few on like career development. I'm just looking at the class list on the left. They have live classes, and then they have just, video classes, which you can watch something quickly. And if it's a live class, it is that they're giving you a schedule and they're asking you to attend online for a certain period of time. But if you were to do that, let's say I want to register now. So you would enter who you are, submit your information, create your password. Once you do that, you would then have a class schedule of when you need to attend. I'm just looking here and it says the first class is tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. What is that? 7 a.m. here, which is perfect if you want to get up early and do yoga for an hour. That's what this class is. So that's something to think about. So you would have to have your computer available. It is also available on your tablet or phone, but it might be harder if you're looking at a class. But let me exit out of that. All right, so let me do a quick demonstration with my phone so you guys can see what that looks like. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Let's see if this works. Great. Okay. So again, this is an iPhone. It is an Android phone. Would function similarly, but in this instance, this is specific to Apple. But with any Apple product, you have your App Store. And I was actually looking at Noom, getting some information for you. Okay. So this is the App Store. You would use the search feature on the bottom. Let's scroll to the top. Oops. Can we see it again? Okay. There we go. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so up at the top is where you would go ahead and search. I'm going to search for just health. And here you are, you're going to get a long list of health apps. Definitely look for how many people have reviewed an app, because that kind of tells you how many people have, downloaded it, looked at it, are using it. So let's go ahead. I talked about signing up for LifeSum. So let's click open. Actually, I'm going to click on this so we can see what we got here. All right. LifeSum, diet and macro tracker. So it's for weight. It's under weight, fitness, and sports is the topic. If you look here, you can see that it is 99,000 people have given it a rating. So that's pretty popular. So it must be a pretty reputable app. It's number 13 in Apple's health and fitness list. You'll get a summary of any kind of like the version history, what they fixed, if there's any errors. Kind of gives you an idea of what the screens look like. It'll tell you for this particular app, they have, it integrates with your iPad and your Apple Watch. You get a summary of the app itself. So if you see that here, you click more. It gives you a long description of where it is. Down here, it says LifeSum AB developer. So that's the developer. It'll show you other apps that they have developed. But let's try. I'm going to click on this. I'm wondering. Okay, no. So I'm going to keep going down. Gives you information on, just the details, the tech details. Okay, so this one has a website, developer website. So that's one of the things I talked about. You want to make sure that an app has a website to kind of back up that it's legitimate. And privacy policy. So let's click on that. And it takes me to their website. Good. That's good to see. Okay, and it gives you a lot of detail. It gives you an idea of who's in charge of the personal data you're entering, who to contact. So the information they're collecting. So this first section, when you register, we collect personal data like your email, your first and last name, height, weight, date of birth, gender. And all of those could be fake. They're not going to know if you chose if your first and last name is who you really are, or if your date of birth is who you really are. You can always set up a email address just for apps if you wanted to do that, so you wouldn't get anything to your main email address. What do they do with your personal data? It says your privacy is important. We'll only process your personal data in accordance with this privacy policy. So whatever this says is how they're going to use it. How they use it to provide their services. So when it comes to any kind of health or fitness app where you're entering information and they're wanting to know like your height and weight, you definitely want to go in and see what they're collecting. So if they are collecting email, if you have to enter your address or anything, that's kind of questionable. You shouldn't have to do that for any kind of health or fitness app. Okay, so let's see what we would do here. So let me go to LifeSum. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it would look like if you were to register for this app for the first time. So I'm going to click sign up. All right, What's your goal? Lose weight, maintain weight, gain weight. I'm always losing weight, trying to. So let's click lose weight. Okay. Let's start with the basics. All right. Do that. My age. Just gonna not use much accurate stuff here. Okay. Okay, so set your goal. So steady, if you are, I think steady means, let's see what steady means. Let's click on this eye. Okay, the perfect pace to keep your challenge and motivated. So 15 weeks to meet your goal. So it's nice that they give you that so you're not just figuring it out on your own. Okay, and then you would continue. I'm not going to continue with this, but continue with Facebook. Never link your Facebook account to any other apps. That can just get you in trouble. Just create a new account with an email and password. So that's what you would want to do here. Continuing with Facebook, the only reason why I say that is it's too easy to miss out on clicking the right feature. So it's possible you're doing a workout and then it accidentally gets shared to Facebook. You don't want it to do that. So that's why I definitely caution people with not signing up for apps using their Facebook information. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's what it would look like to sign up for any kind of health or fitness app itself. All right, so we have other ones here. So I talked about MyFitnessPal, Meal Lime. And this was the cooking one that created the shopping list for you. And let's just see. Let's do this baked shrimp, broccoli, zucchini. This would clearly be for me and my family, not for anyone else. But it gives you an idea of the materials you need, which is good, the ingredients that you would need, and the instructions. All of those are super helpful when it comes to cooking. Let's see, nutrition facts. So I think I've already added this to my shopping list. If you look down at the bottom, it says groceries. And I think there's a couple other things in here, but it's really specific. So it tells you what you need. And you can also add stuff. So if you want to make this your main grocery list for everything you need in your house, you can do that too. Okay, this was the first aid one I was talking about from the Red Cross. So depending on what's going on, it kind of gives you emergency information, things you should consider if someone feels like they're having a heart attack, or just facts you should know to prepare yourself. Okay, this was the 7-minute workout one I talked about by Johnson & Johnson. You can look at their workout library. They want you to sign in. I don't remember my information. Though it is a free app, they're still looking to collect your email and password. So something to, even though it's free, you still may need to give them something in return. There's the drugs.com one I spoke about. So just go ahead and you can look through that. And then let me talk about Headspace real quick. So I put that link in there. Hopefully you do explore using Headspace. But it gets you just super like easy class, like 1 to 3 minute breathing exercises, 3 to 10 minute meditation. And I love the voice. It's a British gentleman and it's just super relaxing. And they have sleep stuff. If you need to listen, if you need kind of a sound machine to get you to sleep, they can do that. Sometimes if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're having trouble going back to sleep, they have a special exercise for that, falling back to sleep. And every day they'll give you something new to think about or to do. So it kind of gives you a menu to start with. So yeah, look up Headspace if you can. Okay, so I'm going to stop with my phone demonstration. And we'll get on to finding good health information. I see that there's a question in the chat, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So give me 1 second here. Did I? All right, let's see here. Okay, let me share my screen again. I'm going to go here. All right, so some things to consider. And the handout that I will be sending to you after the class will give you all of this information I'm going to be talking about. So some things to think about. So if you are going to Google and you are going to type in cancer. Bam. Okay. Wow, this is super overwhelming. So what are you going to do? Wikipedia usually always comes up first when you're looking up anything. And then you have, the kind of questions people ask for. How does cancer start? Which cancer, anything that may come to mind, you'll see what people have asked or Googled in the Google search bar. You also have stuff on this side, which brings you to other areas as well. Let's see. Yeah, any kind of cancer. So it'll bring you to basically another search, another Google search to filter through. So you have, what is this, 877 million results? So where would you begin? A lot of the ones that pop up are pretty reputable. And how would I know they're reputable? Usually, if it's a website that ends in .gov, that's a good sign. It means it's vetted as it's a government agency. If it's an educational institution like a university, it would end in .edu. So I would kind of trust some information I see on there. Any kind of professional organization like this one, the second one here, American Cancer Society, ends in .org. They are typically a science or research organization, so you're going to get some good information there. And if it's something that ends in .com, I don't want to say that it's not trustworthy. I just want to say you better be cautious about the information you're gathering, just because it could be an article that's written by a drug company. And so it's kind of getting you to, go to your doctor and prescribe you that drug. So that drug company makes money. So you just want to kind of think about that as you're looking at websites. Some other things you want to look at. You want to look at how often the site is updated. So if it's a good website, it's going to tell you when the site was last updated and when the site was last reviewed. So if it was updated, that means information was changed. If it was reviewed, that means that someone went in there, looked at all of the information and verified that it is still accurate. You want to make sure that the site provides facts and not opinion. And you want to consider the audience. So there's some websites that are not targeted toward a general public audience like ourselves. They're usually for medical professionals or educators. Most of what you would find on a Google search is targeted towards people like you and me. So again, you could probably click on any of these. So what is cancer? This is cancer.gov. That would be fine. But I have some kind of pre-planned that we can go through. So this first one is Healthline. I don't know what Healthline is. It's probably just like a website that produces articles on health information. You can subscribe to it, so it's probably it. They have a number of different topics here. But here's an example. So what do you want to know about cancer? It gives you an overview. Again, I'm not saying any of this information's wrong. I just want you as a consumer to make sure that the information is being reviewed and you can verify it elsewhere. So if you look here on the right-hand side, it says medically reviewed by the University of Illinois, but it was written by this Healthline team. It was last updated October 24th, 2017. Okay, good. So it's still kind of old, but not that old. I mean, things are always changing with any kind of ailment, so you want to keep that in mind. But at least it's telling you when it was last updated, so you can decide, that's a little too old, or you know what, I think I can start there. So that'll get you in the right direction. Um, Hopefully, if they are, so I don't see that they're doing any, let me scroll to the bottom. I'm sorry if this is making you sick on your screen. Um, and this says last medically reviewed on February 19th, 2016. So I'm not sure which one to believe. Keep that. So, okay, good. So they do have sources they're citing. That's great. Though they don't indicate in the article like hyperlinks to where they got the information, but at least they have sources at the bottom to tell you, you know, you go here if you're looking for cancer prevention tips. So, and they're, you know, cancer.gov, mayoclinic.org. We're not looking at .com type website. So that's not too bad. I would at least start here for some general information, and then maybe go to another website to see if that website says the same thing. So here we got cancer.gov. This is a government website, the National Cancer Institute. It's the National Institute of Health Information. And what is cancer? Okay, I'm sure they're going to know what they're talking about. You can get email updates if you need to. You can sign up for a newsletter. I'm going to scroll down. I want to see, you know, what do they have here? So they do have some hyperlinks. What's this going to take us to? Oh, it's a definition. That's helpful. I know I wouldn't know what this word phrase is here. So it's nice that there's a medical definition for it. I see those kind of highlighted throughout. They have a couple other things. So what would this be? All right, it's taking you to another web page of this website. So it's not taking you away, which is good. I'm going to keep scrolling. I want to see if we have anything. Okay, so this was last updated February 9th, 2015. So that's kind of old, actually. Not bad, but just a little old. So you can decide if, again, maybe you want to go again to another website and see if they say something similar. But they also have some related sources. And again, anything that I'm talking about here, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just kind of teaching you ways that you can educate yourself. Obviously, if you have a serious problem or have questions you want really good answers to, you should speak to your doctor. All right, so I talked about Medline Plus. This is kind of, so this is the US National Library of Medicine has this resource. A lot of librarians use it as a starting off point if we get a question, only because it's kind of, it lays out first off a definition of what it is, the basics, gives you the ability to print things out, but it also will refer you to other places that have more specific information. So this was a basic search for the word. I just searched cancer just to see what it would bring up. And it brought up all of this. You know, what are you looking for? Prevention, how the diagnosis occurs, tests. Maybe you're someone living with cancer. That information could be here. How do you check? Maybe, you know, is there a mole on your body? Maybe that would help you. Research articles, resources. Who are you? Are you a parent with a child diagnosed with cancer? Well, maybe there's articles under here that could help you. And then they also tell you where to start. And actually, cancer basics. So I think we are already there. Oh no, maybe not, because we were at cancer.gov, but it takes you to the American Cancer Society. I think they know what they're talking about. So I would definitely consider that as a reputable website. But look at all this information. It can be overwhelming. You can always type in something more specific. Let's see here. Let's do skin cancer. Let's see what pops up. Okay. It gives you just general information, but then it gives you some great links within this website. So maybe they're an article. It also takes you outside of the website, which is okay. But definitely consider this website as the kind of starting off point if you have any questions. Okay, and again, this is I believe if you just search Medline Plus, it'll get you to where you're going. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and end the presentation for the sake of the recording, and then we'll go in to let you guys ask any questions.